Now, let me welcome each and everyone to Seidu Media Sports Extra on YouTube. Of course, I'll be serving you transfer news from the domestic front. We will have a look at some of the transfer news coming in from the camp of Accra Hearts of Oak. Of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Adriana Football Club, not forgetting Nations FC, and Vision FC. Other transfer news and so on Sabeka on this channel. Now, for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they do not have a coach at the moment. But Kotoko, Nkomono Gusua Koso, Yenimse players no do na free Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Top of the list, Peter Hamidu Akwa Samba Ndungani Ono. Way any key players on free Asante Kotoko. Na yetete se Elvis Sheba for Emmanuel Entry. Wamunyina so ebe free Asante Kotoko. Nti hu be hia se Kotoko ebe ye busy wo transfer window no na hye so se August 23rd exactly 11:59 p.m. and a transfer window no ye dey bury ye wo kromu ha sei. Now the Meshack and it's a Meshack ni Adjetey Sowah ono ebo ema Vision FC. Asante Kotoko express interest in that young chap. Oye player wasina kan ama the Black Galaxy Spain Sanso and a Vision FC me survival your more escape relegation last season. You know, he played an instrumental role. He's one player me menya botre asheno na onimbo ne bo. You can't say dribbling, no. He is very good in that aspect. And I think he's one player who can replace Peter Hamidu Akwa. Not in terms of like-for-like replacement, but you'll be me about that bite in the attacking third, especially when it comes to creating of chances. So Meshack ni Adjetey Sowah of Vision FC, he has been linked to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now Kotoko bio Solomon Agbasi. Solomon Agbasi technically is now a free agent. Last season, he was in the goalpost for Accra Hearts of Oak, and he had the opportunity of going to the FIFA World Cup with the Blasters and Waba with enormous experience. The Meshack and the Kotoko consulted the Honomoa and Komonu Gusua Erkoso because Mohamed Kamara Eko now Kotoko. Here a new goalkeeper, and what I've gathered is Solomon Agbasi to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. By the way, Accra Hearts of Oak consulted the Honomo. Wamunye Musa into Akwa between the two clubs and all. DNN Sabet Miade Aka Solomon Agbasi. Don't forget, say Agbasi is now a free agent, and it really makes sense. It's Asante Kotoko beko for Solomon Agbasi. Now Kotoko Timono number 3 DNN Kakra. Of course, Patrick Seidu honomo Joseph Amwa entimi amano the needed competition. So last season the drew time na Seidu relax kakra, and I think Kotoko be here a new left back at the moment. Mensan can play a bia, of course. Francis Aquamonso wo honomo omo last season o free breakum Chelsea by no nso ye hu ni ye, but I think Kotoko ebe here a left back. So mensa eka sa info na Meshack na me dia tuja amamo. Number 2 no de na ye solid. Lord Amoa and Emmanuel Korte. Now 4 and 5 no nkomo wo honomo Kumasi Asante Kotoko Samba Eko. Now don't forget that Henry Ansu likely say Ansu so Eko. Now Kotoko ebe here center back. Upu umpu Kotoko be here center back. And what I've gathered and they say Ebenezer Aban, who plays for Heart of Lions, so any player ya linking to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Minka emfa na adamo sen komono ano pa. So currently talks on air course between Ebenezer Aban camp and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. For Ebenezer Aban, he has the height, he has the experience, and he's one player, Heart of Lions. It means survival in the Ghana Premier League, you know. Player no a very instrumental. Wabonso I'm a Black Galaxy Spain, and I think that transfer news so for Asante Kotoko fans, you know, it really makes sense. Now in midfield, Kumasi Asante Kotoko Prince Badu Johnny Bobo Kono during the January transfer window last season in channel aggression on our but as one share done to me established. But in terms of defensive midfield, Lord Hilary Adabonso honomo Prince Badunsu honum to Kotoko. Defensive midfield in the mini say Kianaki and was a Kotoko no Koto player. But one area Kotoko be here signing any player or yet typical number 10, the Fabio Gama type of midfielder. the Richmond Lante type of midfielder who can give you goals and can also create chances for the strikers. And I think Kotoko ebe here a typical number 10. Emmanuel Entry ebeko. Elvis Cheibafo Awuche likely so beko. Malam Yaya likely so no so ebeko. Nti Kotoko be here a skillful midfielder. So no wonder say ya linki Kotoko to Meshack ni Adjetey Sowah of Vision FC. Enim hono mono Morfin Donzo. Oko Donzo ebaye no enema entimi amfa wentimi an Donzo in the Ghana Premier League. So Donzo ko of course abeta moa Kwame Poku nso situation yen sheden hu ne, but I can confidently tell you that Albert Samoa is going to stay. Morfin Donzo is gone. Kwame Poku situation en shada enye clear, but Kotoko will need a striker. And no, and I mean sir, etimi aka info bi that info Kojo entry we want tonyom ball no obo. WB United. Yeah, one striker no or share 17 goals last season. A boy my DBB. It may qualify Ghana Premier League no mobile Bobby Kotoko. I express interest in Kojo entry or a striker beer wonum go nishe against Tamale City na nye fedi agro second half hat-trick na su ono nso ya link no to Asante Kotoko. Now yembu kompo na yenko Kotoko better rest rivals Accra Hearts of Oak na yendin komone kakra. Now from the camp of Accra Hearts of Oak, it is very, very likely that Kelvin Osei Asibey, the situation is saying is CBTM. Is it that Asibey will sign a 1-year contract extension with Accra Hearts of Oak, or Asibey will leave Accra Hearts of Oak as free agent? And at the moment, the club that is really close to offering Asibey a contract is Mediama Sporting Club. Now, Mediama move on very attractive because Asibey Mediama Eco Africa. So Asibey joining Mediama, it really makes sense. So bet me your opportunity abo war Africa. And quite apart from that, Asibey is one player, he has the experience. Yeah, he has the experience. And Accra Hearts of Oak fans and your mode. So I'm expecting Accra Hearts of Oak to do everything possible. So we be Asibey a new contract. But at the moment, Mediama and omoye close to offering Kelvin Osei Asibey a new contract. Now, Asibey situation in your class a chire hono monso na ye Asibey ene Ali Mohammed. Ali de ne de bibia mai Ali beto aso ama Accra Hearts of Oak, and obviously say Asibey de na anye yi na Asibey kwa e wo say Hearts of Oak sign a new center back. Godwin Kudjo wo hono mo de, but I still think say Hearts ntimi enkipi Asibey here a new center back on the backdrop of the situation of David Oponwa-Frane, whose contract came to an end last season. The contract no abewiye, and Oponwa-Frane na Hearts of Oak, they were trying to at least re-enter negotiation with Oponwa-Frane, but at the moment off. So Oponwa-Frane is now a free agent. This is one player now with me both two positions, center back, defensive midfielder, sometimes even as a number 8. Oponwa-Frane Eko. Now right back, Yao Amankwa Befi Openyinu Eko. Emmanuel Amankwa ne wo hono muti has ebe here another right back. Left back so Baba Demu onye typical left back. When Timiama Ransford Mensah they needed competition, he has and so be here a new left back. Midfielder no Hearts of Oak Seidu Saana to Hearts of Oak Adriana Football Club omo midfielder ono wetimi recycle play pa ba me hwe Hearts of Oak mfimfia afamu a me hwe dan hu ade bia wo sen players no mo ho no mo no Rafael Amponsan wo ho Abdul Karim game controller wo ho no mo Hearts of Oak team no omo behia midfielder bi onim goal hye midfielder bi anani eden midfielder bi otimi shoot from distance, and who has a skill set we are Seidu Saana fall short kakra, and I've even heard that Adriana Stars and you're ready so mema Seidu Saana ako. Now enim hono mono Rodolphe Mensah any player matches the Hearts of Oak airpay on the wings, and so Hearts of Oak ebe here a schema. Now schema no, and as a number 10 no Meshack ni Adjetey Sowah biem Kotoko peno Hassan so yeden epeno Inti no any news a free Hearts of Oak nso aso eba. Now for Accra Hearts of Oak, yen nyina yenim said transfer embargo edom so. So what they need to do is to settle Rene Hiddink. Na embargo yenyim free honomo. So when to me and clear embargo na, it will be difficult for Accra Hearts of Oak to sign players. And no, any the free Hearts of Oak aso eba. Adriana Stars, of course, Shalkan Mohammed had joined Adriana Stars, and a Gideon Waja, formerly of Wafa, on also assigning I'm a Port City. Now, Port City, former Asante Kotoko midfielder, he's now a coach. Recently, he was on the books of Wafa. Jordan Opoku has also signed for a year Bobu from the Port City. Christopher Enning, Ewo Honomodie, Pachenka Kankakra, Omu Bithia Pomo, technical team. No? So, at the moment, when it transfer news are mensaka, Mede Adamo Kama, I will say Eben Media Sports Extra on YouTube. Now, let me hear from you in the comment section your reaction to transfer news, especially Kotoko Accra Hearts of Oak player Ben Pam, and I would you say or join it Bobo Munia teams, a performance in the beating yard, Ako Nenimo. I'm in Fancy, that's Yana Yibishia. Have a wonderful day.